That's great, and you have an opportunity to come back the next game and, try to play a little bit better and give yourself a chance to take it back home and win.
These rookies have put on quite a season, and it's not just Caitlin and Angel. Rickea Jackson and other rookies are killing it this year.
Kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
What happens when a rookie becomes the face of the WNBA? In Caitlin Clark's case, it's not all glitz and glamour. We're talking rough play, media drama, and a whole lot of backlash. But is it just part of the game, or is something else going on? Let's talk about Clark's entry into the WNBA. It's been explosive, to say the least. She's breaking records left and right, scoring like it's nobody's business. The impact? Huge. Her games are pulling in 1.18 million viewers on average. That's crazy compared to the 394,000 for other games. Clark's not just playing ball, she's changing the game. But here's where it gets weird. There's this thing called Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome. What's that about? Well, it seems not everyone's thrilled with her success. There's tension brewing, and it's not just on the court. But here's where things get messy. Is Clark's stardom becoming her biggest obstacle? Turns out Clark's stardom isn't just attracting fans, it's drawing some pretty aggressive defense too. Remember when rookies used to get a grace period? Not for Caitlin. She's getting knocked around like a pinball out there. But here's the kicker. The refs seem to have misplaced their whistles. What's really going on during these games?
I mean, we all see it. It is what it is. I think that at the end of the day, I know who I am. And
Have opportunity to tweak the things that you've been doing and fix the things that didn't go well. So it's an opportunity to get better, and that's what I want to see.
Let's talk about what's happening on the court. Caitlin Clark is facing some serious physical targeting. We're not talking about a little bump here and there. It's like she's got a bullseye on her jersey. Reports are saying she's been abused over and over again by opposing players. That's not just tough defense, that's crossing a line. Remember the game against the Sun? Things got heated when Derangement Carrington supposedly scratched Clark's eye. It wasn't pretty. Carrington says she didn't mean to do it, claiming, "I didn't even know I hit her." But come on, how do you not notice something like that? It's raising questions about just how aggressive players are getting with Clark. Now you'd think with all this rough play, the refs would be blowing their whistles nonstop, right? Wrong. The WNBA is catching heat for the lack of foul calls in Clark's games. It's like they're watching a different game sometimes. Fans are scratching their heads, wondering if the league is doing enough to protect its star players. But here's the thing about Caitlin Clark. She's tough as nails. All this physical play, she's not letting it slow her down. She's out there every game, giving it her all, letting her skills do the talking. It's like she's saying, "You want to play rough? Bring it on." Jake Crane from Crane & Company made a good point. He said that while top players often face tougher defenses, it's totally fair to ask questions about how Clark's being targeted. It's not just about one player, it's about the integrity of the game. So what's the deal? Is this just how the WNBA plays, or is Clark getting special treatment because she's the new star on the block?
I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her, so obviously it's never intentional.
You can also feel the buzz in the city about what we're going to be able to do. As long as we focus one game at a time, I think we'll be in a great spot.
It's a tough call. On one hand, professional basketball is a physical sport. On the other, there's a line between tough play and dangerous play. Where that line is drawn can make a big difference in a player's career. Think the action on the court is wild? Wait till you hear what's happening off it. The media circus surrounding Caitlin Clark has taken a dramatic turn, and it's got everyone talking. Who knew a simple question could cause such an uproar? Let's talk about Christine Brennan, a USA Today reporter who's found herself in hot water. She asked Derangement Carrington if she meant to hit Clark in the eye and if she laughed about it afterward. Sounds like a normal question, right? Wrong. The backlash was intense. The WNBA Players Association didn't hold back. They accused Brennan of trying to bait Carrington into a narrative that could fuel some serious negativity on social media. We're talking racist, homophobic, and misogynistic vitriol. That's heavy stuff. Terry Carmichael Jackson, the WNBPA executive director, didn't mince words. She called Brennan's question a blatant attempt to undermine the player's integrity. She even went as far as saying it was indecent and downright insincere. Ouch. But it didn't stop there. Critics are calling Brennan unprofessional and biased.
Made an effort to get up and put pressure on people. They're fast, I know, but if we can continue to do that, that's just gonna have to be a habit.
And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair, like she's a performer.
The WNBPA is even calling for a review of her media credentials. That's like threatening to take away a chef's knives. It's serious business in the world of journalism. This whole situation is making people ask some big questions. Is the media fanning the flames of controversy, or just doing their job? It's a fine line, and right now it seems like no one can agree on where that line should be drawn. Some folks are saying that asking about Clark's treatment on the court is essential. After all, she's a top talent in the league. Don't we want to know if she's being unfairly targeted? But others argue that these questions are creating more drama than they're worth. You know what's crazy? Through all of this, Caitlin Clark has been cool as a cucumber. She's not getting dragged into the media frenzy. Instead, she's letting her game do the talking. That's some serious professionalism from a rookie. Clark's professionalism is impressive, but it's stirring up some uncomfortable questions. Why is a rookie's success causing so much tension?
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
14th win for the Fever. I haven't been in a long time. All right, we keep moving forward.
The answer might reveal some hard truths about the WNBA that nobody wants to talk about. Let's face it, Caitlin Clark's journey in the WNBA isn't just about basketball anymore. It's turned into this wild roller coaster ride that's exposing some serious issues in the league. We're talking racial dynamics, missed opportunities, and a whole lot of drama. So here's the deal. Some folks are saying that Clark's treatment on the court might have something to do with her being a white player in a mostly black league. That's heavy stuff, right? It's like there's this unspoken tension bubbling under the surface. Some players might be feeling a bit salty about her instant success, and it's coming out in how they play against her. But hold up, it's not just about race. The WNBA's got some explaining to do too. Clark's bringing in crazy viewership numbers, but is the league making the most of it? Some people are saying they're dropping the ball big time. It's like they've got this superstar in their hands, but they're not sure how to handle her. You know what's even crazier? There's this idea floating around that if Clark was more, let's say, politically correct, she might get an easier time. It's like if she ticked all the right boxes, played by all the unwritten rules, maybe she'd face less heat.
That's how skilled you are. It's the other end that y'all got to start taking way more pride in and understanding like that is going to win us games.
For the first time since 2016, this team has clinched a playoff spot. You guys learned about it last night.
But should a player have to do that just to be accepted? This whole situation is shining a spotlight on some big issues in women's sports. It's not just about Caitlin Clark anymore. It's about how the WNBA deals with star power, how they handle diversity, and whether they're ready for the kind of growth Clark's bringing to the table. But here's the thing, all this drama, it might actually be good for the league in the long run. Yeah, you heard that right. It's forcing everyone to take a hard look at how things are run. It's starting conversations that need to happen. And who knows? Maybe this is exactly what the WNBA needs to level up and become even bigger and better. The WNBA Players Association said something interesting about all this. They talked about how their relationship with the media is delicate.
A team that likes each other, they play harder for each other. They sacrifice for each other. I believe that with my whole heart.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. I mean, look at these fans. They're incredible. So if it wasn't for them, I don't know if they'd be here.
And how important it is for growing the game. That's a big deal. It shows they know they've got to work on how they handle these situations if they want the league to keep growing. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's wild ride in the WNBA. She started as this rising star, but now she's in the middle of all this drama. It's crazy, right? But here's the thing. Clark's not letting any of it slow her down. She's out there every game playing her heart out, breaking records left and right. It's like she's saying, "You want to mess with me? Watch this." But here's the big question. As Clark keeps pushing the boundaries, what's the WNBA gonna do? Are they gonna step up their game and evolve with her? Or is all this tension just gonna get worse?
Ability to influence your offense, right? When you think about different players, you think about, oh, they can really score the ball. They can really push the ball in transition.
You're going to be you, and you're going to love that. And I've been caught up in people pleasing and imposter syndrome and all of that. And it's hard. Sometimes it's the life.
It's like we're watching a whole new chapter of women's basketball unfold right in front of us. You know what's really cool though? Clark's showing everyone what it means to be tough. She's facing all these challenges head on and still killing it on the court. That's the kind of stuff that inspires people, you know?